Hi and welcome back to Lizard Studios. Today we have a great project to do. We are going to be doing a rubbing, okay? A rubbing, and then later on we're going to be preparing the paper to do a still life, and we're going to talk about still life in just a second and what it is. We're also going to talk about a contemporary photographer. His name is Manuel Zambrana, and also about Cezanne, a painter that also painted still lives. So let's begin with getting our materials ready, okay? Okay, so today you are going to need these different materials. First, you're going to need a white paper that is flexible so we can do our rubbing and it comes out. Then you are going to need a cardboard paper to mat. At the end, we're going to be matting, all right? Before we do the stamping, so then you have it ready. Then you're going to need a glue stick, okay? A pair of scissors. You're going to need oil pastel crayons, all the colors. Today we're going to be using all the colors of oil pastels, but you need to have them without paper around them because we're going to be using them flat, okay? So take the paper off, it's very important, all right guys? Then you are going to need objects from around the house. For example, objects or things that have textures, that feel rough, soft, different textures. This is a bow that I had, so I brought it so we could use it to make a nice soft rubbing. You're going to be needing, this is a garlic wrapper. I took this and I brought it also. I took this spring also, just in case we need it also. We're going to use it and see how it comes out. And I took some chicken wire. Now chicken wire is what you use to make cages for animals and all that. You could have some of this at home maybe, or if you find it in a garbage can somewhere, someday you could just save a little piece. So when you have projects like this, you could use it, okay? So, or at the store, they always sell these, so you could get some of these, okay? I also brought some paper, this cardboard paper that I took from the inside of a box. It had something in it, I don't remember what it was, but I took it and I saved it. And then I had these pieces, they're like styrofoam, and they're just stick, so they'll make a good rubbing. Okay, so I put these together here. So you're gonna use things from around the house that have those textures. All right, so let's begin. The first thing that we are going to do is talk about this photograph right here in back of me. This photograph is called Still Life with Papaya. The papaya is a fruit, and that's the Spanish name for it. It's the orange fruit that is right in the middle. And this artist, Manuel Zambrana, he's a photographer, and what he does, he makes photography that resembles water falling on it or has different textures on it. It's not real, true, realistic photography, but he gives it different effects. And that's what I want to do today with the rubbing, with the texture rubbings, and everything that I want to do today with color and all of that has to do with not giving it a real look to it, but giving it a really three-dimensional effect, something that is not realistic, something that we could just play with and experiment with. So that's why I like his photography of still life, because he always puts different things in it, okay? I also like this artist, Cezanne, the picture that you see right here. It's called Blue Vase, and in this painting we see that it doesn't look realistic. It has different effects and different textures on the flower, on the different oranges at the bottom, on the table, in the background. It's not real. He came after the Impressionist artist, so he made that effect also that wasn't real. And that's what we're trying to do today and what we're going to do with the rubbing today. So I'm going to begin showing you how to make your rubbing of a still life, okay? So let's begin doing that. Now, a still life is something, it's different things that you put together, like here, like what I did here. For example, you could have flowers in them. You could have, this is like not a feather, it comes out from a tree, but it's really nice. It looks like a feather. So we're going to be using it later on. We're going to use all of this later on in our print making, but today we're doing the rubbing. So in a still life, you could have fruits, you could have objects, for example, these pink pearls, you could have vegetables, you could have anything you want to put in a still life, you could put in a still life. Some artists also put bones in their still life. For example, in this painting that one of my students made a long time ago, she has a skull in it. I took a skull to the classroom and she painted the skull, she painted scissors and also a feather, a real feather. So still lives could be with different things, okay? So today we're gonna begin preparing our paper. So I am going to cut a little bit of paper really quickly so we could prepare for the matting. So just watch. Okay, so now that I have prepared my paper for the matting, you see here, okay, I cut a little bit so then when I glue it, I already have my mat and I could put it up on the wall, okay? Or just prepare it to give it to somebody as a present or whatever I want. Okay, so let's begin doing the rubbing. I'm going to take my matting, I'm going to put it here so I won't forget it, and I'm going to start doing the rubbing here. So what I want to do in our still life is draw a vase and draw some flowers in them, okay? Well, we're not going to draw, we're going to be rubbing, but we're going to rub the background. So let me show you how I'm going to do that. The first thing that I am going to do is take a crayon, okay? And with this crayon, I am going to draw, let's see, I am going to draw a vase, just a vase. I'm not gonna make it pink like this or red, I'm just gonna make it in yellow. Why not? A vase. Just a vase. I could make it a little bit thinner at the top if I want. And open, so all the flowers come out of there, just like this. It doesn't have to be in the middle of the page, make it a little bit lower, okay? And you can make like a table right in front of it, okay? And then we're gonna be putting different things on it, all right? So the first thing that I wanna do is put different textures in this background, okay? So let me show you. Like the vase is yellow, I think I'm gonna use this yellow, and I am going to use this little flexible plastic I have here. It was a wrap of the garlic, and what you're gonna do is put it down here and then place your vase on top, and with the side, look at this, you press really hard and this is what you have the texture on your vase, okay? The next thing that I'm gonna do is the table. I'm gonna put different textures on this table, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one right here and I am going to make the textures right here. So I used like a red on the table, so I'm going to use it again with the side of the crayon. I am going to make these textures, okay? In red. You could use any color you want, okay? I am using warm colors because later on I am going to be using cool colors to do other things, okay? So right now I'm just using the warm colors. Now I am going to use an orange, okay? I'm gonna put this back, and I have this here and the chicken wire. So I'm gonna put this back, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this chicken wire just to do one side, just this side right here. Like in Manuel Zambrana's photograph, he used chicken wire also, which I really liked. So that's why I wanted to show you that artists are very creative. Even photographers, they are artists, very good artists too. And they think of all these things that they do before they do them. And sometimes they come out really nice. Okay? So here we go. So I have my chicken wire texture right there, okay? And now I am going to use, this bow. Yeah, right in back of it. Why not? Why not? I'm gonna put it right here, okay? And I think I'm gonna use pink because I'm just using warm colors. They're coming out nice. Oh, it looks like this one here, but it's not quite the same. And I'm gonna use it again. I think I'm gonna use it again on this side here. I like it. So if you like one texture, just repeat it, okay? Just repeat. See, when I came off, the texture didn't come on because it's a different type of texture. And there we go. I'm just gonna finish it off just like this, rubbing hard, okay? Just rub hard. All right, so now I have this. Now, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take my flour, because I am gonna make a flower vase like this one, but I wanna rub one flower on here to see how it comes out, and then maybe next week I could print some other things, some other flowers on it. But for now, I am going to rub this one in red. I'm gonna put it behind the pink, above the vase, and let's see how it comes out. Oh, look at this. Wow, look at that. So now I have begun the background of what's going to be a really nice work of art. I'm gonna take the red crayon and I'm gonna write here my name, okay, and the year. And now what I'm gonna do next is mat it, because in the next class we are going to be printing, and printing is a different process, and I want to have it already matted. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it around. I'm gonna take another paper, because oil pastels really mess up the table. I'm gonna put it on another paper. You can use newspaper for this also, so you don't get white paper dirty, okay? So I'm gonna take my glue stick. I am going to glue all around, okay? And now my work is going to be prepared for next week, all right? In the middle, this way. I'm going to see that it's actually aligned and the lines are parallel. Okay, now I turn it around and I press. Okay, press really well. All right, now this is the work of art that we have done today. It's not finished. We're gonna finish it next week with the printing. But today you need to save this in your portfolio, or you need to save it somewhere else to take it out next week and do some painting with it, okay? So let's see what we have done today. First, we cut the paper so we could mat it afterwards. Later on, we did the rubbing so we could prepare the background of a still life piece that we are going to finish next week with our stampings, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. So get ready to get messy, and I can't wait. So I'll see you next week. Have a wonderful day and have a wonderful week. Bye bye.